All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Tell me if you can hear me. My little microphone seems to be working, so. Can you hear me? Should be able to. You type something here. All right. All right. Cool beans. How's everybody doing tonight? Wait a little bit. Everybody should be coming on. I got, 28 people. That's pretty good. Wait a few minutes. How's everyone doing tonight? It is a nice little chilly night here in Louisiana. For Louisiana, at least, it's probably about 45 degrees. I know a lot of you guys are probably in some kind of snow or something, but that doesn't happen around here. Hey, what's going on? This new office, we have a new office. My medical group built a new office. We were in an old building for a long time. We built a brand new office and moved in about 6 months ago. And the lighting in here is nice, man. I'll tell you what, it's pretty good stuff. What's going on, Steve, Joe, cold and snowy, Southern California, Denmark. Yeah, I'm sure it's cold in Denmark. 13 inches. And I saw, man, it's like crazy. Just a crazy amount of snow. I did my medical training up in Massachusetts, Springfield, Mass. And so we got plenty of snow up there. East Texas. Beautiful, beautiful area, East Texas. Underappreciated. Not far from me at all. So I've been busy today. Tuesdays are usually 90% of the year, my day off. And so I get to spend time with my wife. She's the kids are in school. And so we spent some time together, although she's working on her master's right now, so she's busy. And yeah, just shot a video today. It's pretty good. I think it'll be pretty cool. It's actually going to come out on Friday. I usually post videos that are kind of older, a month or two older, but I just wanted something a little bit different. I've been doing a lot of similar videos lately, releasing a lot of similar videos. So I decided to do something a little bit different. This is more of a silent video. It's going to be pretty cool. Checking out a couple of new alcohol stoves and the Soto thermostat. It's not a review of any of these. I'll have full reviews on all of those, but pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. I hope you guys like it. Make sure you check it out Friday. I think it'll be a pretty cool video. Haven't quite finished editing it, but it's getting there. Tulsa. My brother-in-law used to live in Tulsa. He lives in Stillwater now, so. My wife's from Oklahoma, so. Cool. So we got about 37 people. Very nice. Northern California. I don't know, man. California scare me these days. A lot of controversy out there. Of course, there's controversy all over the country. Who be kidding? It's crazy times for sure. I wrote down a couple of things, not a whole lot. I planned on coming up with more stuff, but I really do hope to do this once a month. I have the worst internet. We live not in town, but hey, Diana, nice to see you. Connecticut, my wife worked in Hartford. We lived in Windsor, right next to Windsor Locks, the airport there, and lived in Windsor right off the interstate. That's where I did my training. I would drive up to Springfield. She'd drive to Hartford. And so we were very familiar with that area. It's a beautiful area. Anyway, seems like it's slow tonight. I don't know. Snowed some in Ohio. Seems like it's snowing everywhere. We actually got some snow here for about 20 minutes. New Zealand. Hey, Phil. Nice to see you. Wish I was in New Zealand. Bucket list to go to New Zealand. I'm sure you feel the same way about Louisiana. It's definitely bucket list material for New Zealanders, I'm sure. Anyway, I don't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, I've been busy today. Pittsburgh. First responder did response out of Alexandria. Yep. Yeah, at LSUA campus. Yeah, my kids go to school on LSUA campus at a college prep there. So literally, you step out there to school and you can see the response center. It actually was damaged by a tornado about a year ago and still isn't fully back up, but they're using it. I don't know. This is the same way I've always done it. As far as top chat or live chat, I don't know. I've never done anything different. So who knows? Yeah, junk internet. We don't live. I mean, we ended up buying a really nice house. It's an old home. We've been in it now for about 5 years. We lived in the middle of town, and it was all right, but it wasn't really my wife and I's style. She's from a small town in Oklahoma. So Wrangler Star probably got, we actually, a week ago, I actually submitted to try to get the new Starlink or whatever. I mean, I'm sure at some point I'll be able to get it. I don't know if I'll be a candidate because if you look at my address, you'd think, well, I should have internet, but I live between Alexandria and the town of Woodworth, and I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing there. So I'm hopeful to be able to get that. If I can get that, and I'll be able to do these live streams at home, it'll be a lot easier. But right now I have to schedule a night to come in to the office. It's only about 10 minutes from the house, but still. Responded to Gustav and Ike back in 2008. Yeah, Oklahoma's I know that there was some winter. It was just ice. There was a big ice storm. I know my brother-in-law talked about in Stillwater, but surrounded by thousands of acres of woods. That's awesome, Tennessee bushcrafter. Yeah, we had a bad year for hurricanes, and you guys probably know, between the first hurricane Laura and then the second one, it just flooded my shop and created a complete mess. And that's a lot of the reasons that the channel is so discombobulated right now. I got nowhere to film. I went to Arkansas about Thanksgiving, and I shot a boatload of videos. It was like a total work trip. Just went by myself, rented a house, and I don't have my gear. My gear is, yeah, Phil, I would like to come to New Zealand. That's a good idea. No hurricanes. Told my wife, when we retire, we're going someplace, we're going to Google place with the least storms, because we get hurricanes, we get tornadoes. Disaster. As I get older, I'm a lot more nervous about weather. I don't know why. But yeah, so my stuff's all in storage. I have my core gear at the house and then gear that I'm buying to review. So it's a very difficult time, but I'll tell y'all, it's too wet yet to start the new shop. It's just so wet. And not everything's out of my old shop yet, but probably 50%. I'm really going to push it. So I'm telling y'all, this new shop's going to be the bomb. And it's going to have a couple different areas. It's going to have an outdoor area to store all of our machinery and mowers and tractor and stuff. It's going to have a wood shop, and then it's going to have the YouTube studio. And the YouTube studio is going to have all my gear, and it's going to be set up really, really awesome. It's going to take me months to get it set up. And that's why, again, in March sometime, yeah, that's a Kevin Harvick helmet. I see you, Jay Emmons. Yeah, that's a Kevin Harvick helmet. All the cars are Harvicks. I got even more Harvick cars. That's a Harvick bobblehead doll. We're all about number 4 around here. I'm a huge, huge NASCAR fan. Something people probably don't know about me. Have been for 20 years or so. About 2000s when I started watching. I've always followed Kevin Harvick. So even when we sucked at Richard Childress, all the lean years, and this year was great till it wasn't. But what you gonna do? anyway, so yeah, the shop's going to be awesome, but it's going to take me months. So I'm going again in March, and I'm going to shoot. I got a crazy schedule of a lot of awesome videos to shoot for you guys. I just go and I spend all day, all night shooting videos and just collect all the information, collect all the footage. And then I come home for a couple of weeks and I just keep on editing. I've been to Texas Motor Speedway, 5 or 6 times, man. It's a great speedway. I mean, hey, Steve, nice to have you, man. We try to do, every time I do this, I say I'm going to do this more, but I'm planning on the first Tuesday of every month to try to do a live stream. Steve, sorry to cost you so much money, man. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Hey, Dan, come to Indiana. I've been to Indiana. My first year of college, I went to Notre Dame in South Bend. And it was too damn cold for me, man. I transferred south to Baylor and enjoyed it much more. But I've been to Indiana. I've never been in the backpacking mode. It looks like there's some pretty cool stuff to do up there. Glad to see, Steve, you've bought so many stoves. Man, I got so many coming. Guys, I have 20, 25 stove videos. I probably have 15 already shot and probably another, golly, man, probably another 15 coming. Just awesome. Just all kinds of cool stoves. Mostly it's just you guys costing me money. Like you're commenting, oh, you need to try this, you need to try that. And I'm like, I'll just order it, you know? Thankfully, the money that I make on YouTube just goes back to YouTube. Like I just use the money to buy stoves basically and gear. Go Bears. I assume you mean Baylor. Yeah, sick 'em, baby. Sick 'em. We had a rough year. I like Indiana. It's not that I don't like Indiana. When I was 18 years old and it was cold, and I just didn't like it. It was like a major culture shock. So I'm sure it'd be great to go now, you know, no problem. Listen, I love the U.S. I love all states. People, you know, West Virginia. I mean, there's so much beautiful country out there. Even the places you think are beautiful, like Louisiana, Alabama, parts of Mississippi that seem, I don't know, benign, but they're not. They're beautiful. There's just so much beauty. Yeah, with the weather's about the same here in Louisiana. It can change pretty quick. I don't know. It seems like things are kind of slow. Hello from the UK. Hey, Alistair. A lot of Alistairs in the UK. I have a good friend from high school who she moved to the UK and she moved back. She was there for like 10 years, but she has a son named Alistair. So I'm assuming that's a pretty common name, pretty cool name. From the UK, South Carolina. I love South Carolina. My wife, kids, and I were there right after Christmas. We went to Charleston and went to Hilton Head. Man, such a nice place. 26 stoves on the table. Went a little longer there. Yeah, I don't know if my son's scout troop will let me bring all my stoves. You know, that would be fun. But I'm doing something with them a little later this year. I'm going to help out with a first aid merit badge, so that's good. It is decaf, by the way. And do they allow liquid stoves? I'm working actually. So my son is 7th grader, and he's starting, doing the merit badges and stuff. So we started actually recently on his backpacking merit badge, and it looks to me like they want you to use white gas stoves too. They said, you know, all kinds. You need to know all kinds. I told him. He laughs because he's like, man, I'm going to have the coolest, lightest gear on the trail. But you better believe it, man. And that 25-pound packs, we're going to be ultralight. So don't worry, Joe. I ain't worried about it, man. I know it's Yeah, no homemade alcohol stoves. Yeah, I figured they wouldn't want that. Wonder if they would allow a regular alcohol stove. I mean, they say they want 3 different types. So I guess you could use white gas, you could use regular gas, solid fuel, I guess, wood stoves. We spent Sunday working on stuff, and we got him learning how to light up a wood stove. I have a tent for him. He's going to be going backpacking by himself. So we got his tent out. For Christmas, he got a sleeping bag, and I got him a really nice sleeping pad. So he's gonna be rocking it. Yeah, Simple Theory Gear XL is very nice. It's a cool stove. There's a lot of cool stoves out there these days. A lot of them. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. I had to change, like I was saying, I had to change my approach to making videos to be able to do 2. I don't know how I got to doing 2 videos a week, but I am. And I can't do them week to week. Like, it's hard with COVID. It is so busy here at the office. The kids are getting older and doing more stuff. I've gotten to the point where I really have to intentionally go on trips just to shoot a lot of videos to be able to get content done. I enjoy it. It's great. It's a lot of fun planning and everything. I see you, John. Vidalia. Yeah, Vidalia's not far. It's a pretty big shift from Arlington to Vidalia, Louisiana. It's a little bitty town. It's got like a Popeyes and we go through there when we're going up east. We'll go through Vidalia. Yeah, so it's been interesting trying to keep the channel growing and putting out videos. And the way I've done it has changed, but it's all good. It's all good. It's working out just fine for now. And like I said, I had gone and shot a lot of videos at Thanksgiving. I'm going to do the same thing in March, and I hope that'll get me through. Even when I get into my shop, I have so many plans as far as organization and working on things for the studio that it could take me 6-8 weeks just to get things kind of put together the way I want them before I'll even start shooting videos in there. I'll be honest, I'll watch some of my old videos in the old shop and I miss it, man. I miss it. It's an old junky shop, but it was my old junky shop. So that said, I'm pretty excited about the new one. And yes, both sides are going to be air conditioned. My shop now, where I have all my YouTube stuff, is air conditioned, but the outside shop or the wood shop isn't. But I'm going to go ahead and do both, air conditioned both. I'm not messing around. I would assume that the chat is slow or something because I don't seem to be getting as many as normal. The real 111. I don't know what could go wrong. A lot. Camp Terra. Where are you at now, Camp Terra? You said Louisiana native. Are you somewhere else besides Louisiana? My MacBook's over here updating. If I have to do anything like update, I have to bring everything up to the office. So thankfully, we got great internet here. Doesn't look like anybody was hurt. Tell you, I have a Whisper Light. That's cool. So a virtual presentation on stoves. Zoom virtual stuff's kind of crazy. What is your trail to hike? What do you mean? Jay Emmons, what is your trail to hike? I don't know what you mean. Cool, Camp Terra. Yeah, Central Louisiana is where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Hit me up on Instagram. Maybe we can figure something out. I'm so busy, guys, that even getting, the storms. So Hurricane Laura, the wind, there were a couple of 100,000 acres of trees that were knocked over. something. I mean, actually, it was like 700,000 acres. I think is one of my patients told me, which is crazy. The wind was unbelievable. The whole Wild Azalea Trail, all Kisatchie National Forest, is just killed. I mean, it's just so killed. Everywhere that I go to film traditionally is toppled over. Behind my house, where I do a lot of filming, is toppled over. No face-to-face meetings. I know that a lot of countries are a lot more under lockdown. Apparently our numbers are going down, which is good. Our clinic numbers are about the same. We test a lot of people every day, and there's a lot of positives, but our hospital stays have been less. And we're doing most everything virtual now too. Hospital meetings, all that stuff's virtual for the most part. So my favorite trail to hike in Louisiana is the Backbone Trail. It's a trail at Kisatchie Hills, wildlife wilderness area, near a town called Chopin, Louisiana. And that's my favorite trail, Backbone Trail. I mean, I got tons of favorite trails up in Arkansas. I go up there a lot. As far as Louisiana goes, Backbone Trail's awesome. It's not like being in Louisiana. There's bluffs, there's rocks. It's very cool. Hi, Mimi. It's pretty cool to do. It's so hard. I'll tell y'all, as an internist, I do internal medicine. And the elderly population is so lonely, Yes, we are. Our office is not doing antibody therapy, the monoclonal antibody therapy, but the the hospital we're associated with is, and we've sent many people. It's been very successful, actually. The most dangerous wildlife down here, I would say probably wild boars. The wild boars can be pretty hardcore. We have black bears here, but they're very, very rare, and they're fairly small. I've never seen a Louisiana black bear. Oh, they are becoming more. But I mean, you're not going to see a coyote. We've got foxes. Those things aren't going to mess with you. But pissed off, huge, multi-100-pound wild pigs, they can mess with you. They're the most dangerous. Texas hill country to escape the hurricanes. Yeah, the hill country's great. You can get some pretty wicked tornadoes around there. That's where I went to school in Waco, heart of the hill country. It's beautiful, beautiful country. Yeah, Methodist in Dallas. Yeah, there's some pretty cool places. I'm really thinking about going to Talladega National Forest. Yeah, I've never had a black bear issue. I've been in plenty of black bear country. I've seen a couple on trails. This is way before I did YouTube, but yeah, the wild hogs will get you, dude. The wild hogs will get you. Yeah, the live chats are cool. They're just different. Do I still hike with my kids? My kids don't like hiking. They kind of phase out of it. My son will start more with scouts. My daughter is not interested in being out there at all. My wife doesn't want to hike. It's a solo effort, which, to be honest with y'all, it's not bad. I enjoy it. So same thing really with the black bears. Most of the pigs will mess with you, but if you find a mama pig or a daddy pig with kids, you got to be careful. Maybe I don't know what's going on with the chat. I mean, like I said, I haven't done anything differently. Do I have any of the bigger solo stoves? I have a Titan. That's the biggest one I have. Bankhead National Forest. I'm writing that down. I haven't heard of that one. Carl, thank you. That's cool. Hogs. The hogs are everywhere, man. I don't know why, guys. That stinks because I don't think there's anything. Let me see if there's anything for me to do. I don't think there's anything for me to do, guys, and I'm worried I'll mess it up. So, I mean, I see y'all. So, guys, everybody's saying to switch to live chat. Maybe I didn't know there were two types of chat. So, wild hogs are delicious. Well, AG Survival, I see you, man. So have y'all been having to switch to live chat? I guess just switch to live chat. All right, it works now. All right, and we're going to start getting a lot more comments because usually we get a lot more. 11, 9, and 8. Man, that would be fun. Hey, man, David, if you go check out my last video, I chewed off a little more than I could chew. Or I got myself in a little bit of trouble, Buffalo River. Yeah, it looks like the chat's starting to work. Okay, cool. Mine works. Top of chat now. Working now. Cool. You have to be careful. You definitely have to be careful. Armed, that's up to everybody. That's a controversial subject, whether or not, you carry a gun backpacking. What got me into the outdoors? When I was a kid, growing up, we had woods behind my house. And I just spent all my time in camo and in the woods. I mean, it's just what I did. I had friends on the street, and we chopped down trees. We'd build forts. So it's what we did, Everybody in Louisiana is into the outdoors. Not everybody, but I mean, it's so common. Homachita. Yeah, I've seen that. It's so hard because I can get to Arkansas, to the Ozarks in like 5.5 hours. And I got to drive a lot farther to get over to Alabama. So every time I'm like, well, you're saying the monkey and the hammer. When I first loaded it up multiple times, it kept giving me the monkey and the hammer. But then it finally worked. I do not carry a firearm for protection. I would if I felt I needed to. But hey, hiking guy. Good videos lately, man, with that truck. Pretty cool. Thinking about getting a Tacoma and doing a little truck camping. So it's a pretty cool setup you have. I don't carry a firearm, much to my father's chagrin. He thinks I should. Southeast Oklahoma trails. Southeast Oklahoma. If you guys have never been to Southeast Oklahoma, it is freaking unbelievable. Broken Bow, Beaver's Bend, just beautiful. You got to go. I can't believe that a ranger insisted he take a big revolver. That's crazy. Yeah, the chat is fully loaded. How did I get the stash so early? Jeb Boyle asked me. They Instagrammed me and asked me if I wanted to review it before it came out. And I said, sure, absolutely. They told me it was going to be like 4 or 5 people that got it. I think it was quite a bit more. But anyway, it was cool. It was cool to have it. I had it about 3 weeks before it came out. Of course, it's still not out, I guess. But it's pretty cool. It's very nice. Dallas, Fort Worth. Yeah, Fort Worth is nice. Like I said, I went to school in Waco. My wife is from southern Oklahoma, almost Texas. So we spent a lot of time in Dallas, Fort Worth area. I have good friends in Fort Worth. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, it's a pretty cool product. It's like anything here on YouTube. It's so controversial. People think it's way too expensive. Look, everything is expensive. Go buy a car. I mean, a basic car is expensive, right? So everything's expensive, and it's $130 for a stash. People freak out about it. Look, it'll sell like hotcakes. I mean, it'll sell tons. Do I do any canoeing? I love canoeing, and I've never packed like canoe pack or whatever, multi-day trips. I've done tons of canoe trips, day trips. I'd love to do a trip like that. We do not have our RV anymore, Diana. We had it for about 2.5 years. And once the kids started to decide that they didn't really think it was cool anymore and they didn't want to sleep in it anymore, I said, we need to get rid of this RV. It's going to sit there. And I'll tell you what, man, I put it on eBay, like just on a whim. Like, well, I'm just going to put it on eBay. 10 days later, a guy from Texas came and bought it. Amazing. I would do it again in a minute. My wife and I, we've really thought about getting like a Class B RV when we retire. But the kids didn't want to do it. We're not keeping around a big old Class C RV to sit there if they don't want to do it. So I love the lifestyle, but wasn't going to happen. We took it to Disney twice, had a great time. Do I think the stash beats the wind burner? In the wind? No, I don't think the stash beats the wind burner. I mean, y'all saw my video. The wind burner earns its name, man. It really blocks the wind. But the stash is super light and super cool. And I like the design. I like how it integrates the gas canister into the top. They're different beings. But I'll tell you, as far as the wind burner goes, I got a product by company Bulin, which is just a Chinese company, which is kind of a wind burner knockoff. And I'm going to tell you guys, it is the fastest stove I've ever tested. I'm doing a video on it, but I mean, I'm talking about it will boil a liter of water, pretty chilly water, in like less than 3 minutes. It's crazy. It's awesome. Yeah, David, I want to go do the Buffalo River too. And what I'm kind of thinking is my son is just starting to consider wanting to do stuff like this. So maybe next year I'm going to take him and do the Buffalo River together. I think that would be awesome. Yeah, it's fast, hiking guy. It's fast, like crazy. That's awesome, Tennessee Bushcrafter. We got rivers here. They're just muddy bayous. Any trip videos soon? Honestly, not as of now. I mean, I'll just be honest. All my stuff is in storage. I don't even know how I could put together a kit. I mean, I had to get everything put away out of my shop, and I don't have a tent. Think I have my hammock. I think I may have my hammock, but I don't think I have my quilts. It's coming, Mimi. It's just not time. I'm at a point now where if I take 3 days off, it's much better for me to go and shoot a lot of videos than to just shoot one trip video, because I got to try to put content together. So on top of the fact, I don't have my stuff. How do you choose a hammock? I don't know. You gotta, I watched videos and I ended up picking a hammock I wanted. I got the War Bonnet Blackbird XLC. It's just really well made. But there's a lot of them these days. A lot of hammocks. Go check out Spaguyver Backpacking. He has a lot of hammock stuff and very good. And Shug Marie is very good as well. Dinah, Indiana School of Medicine. What do you do at the Indiana School of Medicine? I will keep making videos. I have no plans of stopping making videos, guys. Really don't. I love it. It is if I stop making videos, my wife will kill me, because my personality is such that I've got to be doing something. I've always got to be doing something. And YouTube gives me something to always do. I mean, it really does. Always planning, always thinking. I have a new patch coming out for you guys. Hope you guys like the patch. If assistant pathology professor, very cool. If my computer finishes updating in a little bit, I might try to show you guys the new patch, give you guys a sneak peek of the new patch. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I don't know when it's going to be available, probably soon, but I do follow some UK YouTubers. Follow TA Outdoors. I follow Alex Steele. Alex Steele. I don't know if he's UK anymore. I guess he's UK / Montana. But when I started watching him, he was in the UK. I use a company called The Studio, thestudio.com. Coffee infused transdermal pouch. That's what I'm talking about. Paul Messer's a good one too. Yep. I'm with Tennessee. I follow YouTubers from everywhere. There's a guy, Restore It. I think I watch all kinds of stuff. Restore It. He does like BMW restorations. He's from the UK as well. I haven't gone to the dirt track races. They've been up and down. They do run them at times, but it seems like they don't all the time. So the Otzi stoves. Damn it, Rod. OTZI. No, but I'll check it out. Killing me. Oh, Simon and Bloke in the Woods is very good. Yeah, he's awesome. He does some cooking now. Let me see if y'all are there. Let me see if I can load up real quick the new patch. I like knife videos. No doubt about that. All right, hold on. Let's see. Now, some people may think this is a silly patch, but I think it's pretty cool. All right, hold on. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to show y'all a better way to look at it. I'm going to go right here. I'm coming, guys. I know y'all are commenting. Hold on. I'm just trying to show y'all this. See what y'all think. Whoa. Oh, just lost y'all. All right. Documents. Here you go. What y'all think? It's going to be backwards, but it says watching water boil since 2015. Louisiana, it's got the little stove in the middle. I think it's been pretty sweet. A little sneak peek for you guys of the new patch. I don't know. Maybe some people will like it. What did I miss? Let's see. Simon is cool. I saw the Brennerly stove. It's hard to get, but it does look really freaking cool. I don't know if you guys have seen this, that maybe it was Simon that did a video on it. Patch is going to be awesome. They are printing now. And I'm going to have to figure out how to sort it out. I've not been the best at shipping my patches. But my wife is going to get on board, and she's the bomb. So patches will get shipped out a lot better now. They'll be on sale soon, guys. They'll be on sale soon. I don't know what happened to Hiram Cook. I don't know. Hiram was the bomb. Just the bomb. Loved it. I don't use Illustrator. I'm so bad at fixing all, figuring all that stuff out. I use Adobe Spark. Super easy, free, and I've just started putting stuff together. I have made some preliminary t-shirt designs, although I don't know if I'm going to do them yet. But I'm gonna release some t-shirts. It's gonna be like Teespring, so people want to buy them, they can. They're made on demand. I don't make hardly any money off of them, but because they're doing all the work. But maybe later I'll do something else. But it's just something. So yeah, it is. Spark is pretty cool. I just started using it. Hiram was methodical. Like, I don't always use the exact same temperature water. So do you have to wear special materials to hike? I don't. I try not to wear, I try to wear synthetic stuff. It works better than cotton. Is there any trails on the west bank of the Mississippi River? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'll put some shirts out. I got a couple of designs. I'm doing them all myself. I understand, Christopher. I do. Like I said, I'm pretty Texan myself. I spent a lot of time there. It's my second home. Sorry, man. It's okay. The Veery stove. Never heard of the Veery stove. Oh, you guys are killing me. I got to look all these up. This is how I get all these cool stoves, man. Have I ever hiked the AT? I have hiked on the AT, but no, I've never hiked the AT. I finished high school. I was straight to college, went straight to med school. I kind of feel traditional. I was 17 when I went to college. And I just kind of kept on going. So I definitely want to hike a long trail when I retire. And everybody says when they retire. But look, it's the only time I can do it now. I've got a full practice, kids. But I'm not going to hike the AT. I'd like to hike the PCT. That's what my plan is when I get older. I'm not social. I'm not the most social hiker. I think that's going to be my biggest problem on trail. That's AT just seems like college kids. Colorado Trail, yeah, see, that would be pretty awesome. I think that what I really like to do when I first retire is try to hike John Muir Trail. I think that'll give me a really good introduction into the mountains and hiking up there and seeing how I do, over 3 to 4 weeks. And that will allow me to know whether or not I think the PCT is possible. My wife is all on board for it. She said she'd be fine. What do I think of the new TI Bush Buddy Mini? Well, Steve, it's on order. Overlanding looks cool, but I don't have time. See, I was busy before COVID, and now I'll tell you, it's something. I mean, it's busy. It's busy. The Bankhead. I'll check it out. Bush Buddy Mini looks pretty cool. I mean, obviously, if y'all have seen it, it doesn't ship for, I think they said 13 or 14 weeks. So one of these days it's going to show up. It looks pretty epic, I have to say. It looks really cool. I like the fact that it doesn't have a bottom to it. I really like stoves that don't have a bottom to it, like the pack stove, because you can pack it full of stuff and then just put like a fire starter at the bottom, like the fire plug from Pro Camp Tech, and just put the stove right on top and walk away. And if you did it right, you're good to go. Have I found a better fuel than heat? No, I haven't. I've tried. I mean, denatured alcohol works fine. I like the heat. I like the little bottles. It's easier to deal with. I do a lot of testing. But I've had the least problems with like fumes with heat, believe it or not. I mean, everybody talks about how it's absolutely deadly. And look, my shop, everything has good ventilation. So yes, you definitely want to ventilate, but I haven't had any issues with it. Yeah, that's the thing about heat. You can find it anywhere. 4-pack at Walmart's, $4 or something, and you can get it at any grocery store. LT Ride GNS. I have the GNS Scandi. That's the first like nicer knife that I bought was the LT Ride GNS Scandi. Great knife. Tony, I missed that list for 2022. That's awesome, man. I hope you can do it. I hope I can do it. You know, everybody says I'm going to hike the PCT. Look, I'm going to try one day. I don't know if I can do it. You know, I mean, it's just reality. My wife's all in. I think she would definitely support me, and I wouldn't be in a major hurry to do it. So as long as I can, you know, handle the weather. But that's still a ways away, guys. If you guys can help my YouTube explode, all right, and like I can retire from medicine and be like Colin or, you know, Casey Neistat, then I'll be hiking in next year. I wouldn't give up medicine. It's too much fun. Except for the insurance companies and all that crap. Yeah, I'm no youngster either. It's just, I'm not a youngster anymore. My go-to footwear on trail. I use Danner hiking boots, traditional hiking boots. I've used some Solomon trail runners. I really want to try the Ultras. I can never find it in my size. I'm a 13 usually, but in Ultras, I'm a 14. Man, they're so expensive. I mean, I'd rather buy a couple of stoves. But I'm going to go ahead and get the Ultras soon. I think that's what I'm going to try to use this next year, this next season. This winter season for me is when I usually when I go out and pack and backpack. And it's not going to happen this winter. Like I said, it's just with everything. So next year I will be getting my Ultras. Here in Louisiana, I wear the Danners, or I'll wear muck boots if it's really wet. I mean, I've got a pair of, you know, waterproof boots that work fine for day hikes. You know, I've used Merrell's. I have not been approached by the backpacking podcast. I will be Olan backpacking. I think it's Olan. I don't know if you guys follow him, but I'm going to interview with him next week. He's doing like a podcast. I'm going to be on his channel. Yeah, I really want to get the Ultras. I think that the technology will help my feet. I'll tell you one thing that I'll be honest with y'all. I've been so busy with work that I have not been as active as I would like to be. And I'm not in shape that I want to be in. You know, I mean, I'm not out of shape, but I'm not in shape either. You know, I'm right in the middle. I don't know which ranger station district, maybe Calcasieu. I don't like Keens. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't like the way they fit. And the Merrells, there's something about the front end of the Merrells, the way the toes, there's something about the Merrells. Some of them I like, but the Keens I've never found fit my foot right. I don't know. I mean, I'm on trail first aid is pretty basic, man. I could do it. I mean, it's first aid's pretty straightforward. So yeah, I could do it, but you know, man, I don't know, Aquaboss. I don't know. For me, you got to get like to Arkansas to get some good trails, and there's some trails in East Texas, but they're really boring. They're just woods. The Gonzales area, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, dude. I stay away from freaking Baton Rouge. Traffic is so ridiculous. Why don't they just build a loop around and go to Gonzales? If you could go from just north of Baton Rouge and go around to Gonzales, that would be awesome. I have a video on my first aid kit. It's changed a little bit since then, but I make my own first aid kit. And it's pretty simplistic. My thing on first aid is your first aid has to be based on what you're worried about and your experience. And I carry a Garmin InReach Mini. And when you carry a Garmin InReach Mini, I think you can pare down your first aid kit to some extent, because catastrophic problems, you can call in help. I carry, medicines. I carry stuff for blisters, needles, sewing kit. Stuff like that. How often do you use mapping as a tool for your outdoor adventures? As far as maps go, I use mapping on my phone because these days, I have maps on there along with the InReach, but I definitely use mapping because when I go off on the Wild Azalea Trail, my filming areas are, I'm sure other people know about them, but I don't film on the trail. I go and have certain areas and I just walk right off the trail out into the woods. And, I use mapping to make sure I can get back. We're going to get lost, I don't think, but I do use maps and services on my phone to make sure I know where I'm going, because I definitely try to get away, like you said, stealth camp and stuff. I like to shoot my videos in private for sure. And if you're too close to the trail, it's going to be loud. I feel you, Aqua Boss. I do, man. Tell you, come to this area, come to Central Louisiana, and go to the Wild Azalea Trail. It's getting cleaned up. It's not far. There's also Chicot State Park, not far from you as well, which is between Lafayette and Alexandria on I-49. Let me see what else I wrote down. So what do y'all think of the monthly live streams? I know y'all probably like it. I got to get my butt in gear to do it. But it's exciting to do it. So I've seen the OnX hunt map. I've seen it. You think it's cool? I think it's cool too. You guys, YouTube is, I can't express to you guys how much of a hobby it is for me. I make enough money on YouTube to buy some stoves. I don't make any money on YouTube. So it's not for that. It's for having fun, and interacting with you guys is a lot of fun. There's, the comment section. Y'all saw my video before. The comment section can be hilarious. I've been wanting to look into InReach, but I don't get out as much. The thing about it is you can start and stop your subscription, Aqua Boss. You don't have to continue it. Look, the raccoons are relentless thieves everywhere around here. People laugh because I hang my food. I hang my food everywhere I go. because I'm not worried about a bear. A bear is the last thing in the world I'm worried about. It's the freaking raccoons and the possums, but especially the raccoons. They'll get everything. Low for X. Definitely a positive future, man. You know, the United States, the world will be fine. I agree, Tony. It helps me relax too, man. It gives me something to put my focus into and like have fun with that it's just my own thing. You know, when I was younger, the kids would go with me. Now they've got their own likes and dislikes. And so it's like my thing, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, look, you listen, if you leave your pack on the ground, raccoons are going to kill it. I would love to head out west and do some desert hiking adventures. But, you know, right now I got to stay kind of local. It's easier for me to stay local. I can take time off and go off and do all this stuff. But while I have my kids at home, I want to spend time with them. I'll take small sections and stuff, but to go out for a week by myself, I'm not going to do it. I can do that later. Sorry about that, the Leonard Winder. Sorry about that. Size for a 2 to 4 day pack. I mean, so you're going on a 4-day pack. It depends on what you buy, what your gear is. I mean, if you're going to buy gear that you can stow really well and you're going to work real hard, you can get by with a maybe 42 liter, 48 liter. I think it's pretty reasonable. I started with a Osprey Kestrel 48. It's not the biggest backpack, but it fit everything I needed. I don't think I'd go much smaller than 42 or 48. You can also get packs that have kind of a roll top so that instead of just a flip, if you get one that has a roll top, then you can unroll it and use a lot more gear. And then if you don't use it, you can roll it down and strap it down. And you know, you can use it as a 40 liter pack, or you can use it as a 55 liter pack, and it works really well. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that, man. Listen, Third Watch, dude, I hear you. Like, I feel so guilty, like just going out to shoot videos. But my kids are older. It was different. Of course, back when I shot videos with my kids, now I probably couldn't even monetize those things. Like, YouTube would freak out if there was a kid on the video. But, you know, I'm to the point now where, I mean, we're all busy, and I limit the amount of time that I'm out, so it's good for me. But yeah, if you've got little kids, I would take them. I would definitely take them. And look, I go on trips that I don't film, especially with my kids. Like my son, I mean, we've gone backpacking a couple of times, or we're going backpacking, I should say, coming up. I mean, we're not going to take a camera. I use the Panasonic G7 for many years. I just got the Panasonic G85 used, which is awesome. And I use microphone is key. I use the Rode Video Pro Plus. I think it's the nicest one. It's like $300. It's a shotgun mic, and it's awesome. And I use Final Cut Pro. Editing is as difficult as you want to make it. You just got to keep working at it. And you got little kids, you're not going very far, Third Watch. You're just not, right? But you know what? I have found, and my wife has told me over and over, sometimes you're a better dad and a better husband or a better wife, better mom, if you get away some by yourself and you spend some time kind of recharging. And that's what I do. And my wife and I have been able over the years to realize that she needs recharge time. I need recharge time. When we get it, makes a huge freaking difference. So although, yes, you feel guilty, sometimes if you get away, it's huge. And I'll tell you guys out there, send your wife away because she needs it too, without question. So yeah, Ken, that's what I use. Panasonic G85. The kit lens that comes with it is awesome. I mean, for what it is, being a kit lens, I do not spend tons of money. Like my entire kit, camera, lens, microphone, tripod, all of it together costs less than most DSLRs, like all together, and lens. So I've always used the Panasonic. It's a Micro Four Thirds. The video quality, I think, is excellent. You guys see it. I mean, I'm an amateur filmmaker. What do I need a $4,000 camera for? I don't. And plus, I lug this thing around. So if it falls, it breaks, it's a $500 loss and not a $2,500 loss. And you have to expect that you're going to have issues. I do think I'm going to get a new GoPro at some point, but I don't know which one. I don't necessarily always like the way the footage comes out. But backpacking with a big camera can be a pain too, so we'll see. Man, we've been going an hour already. You guys have any other questions? Shoot me some other questions if you have. I know there's 43 y'all out there. If you can't get to the chat, keep clicking on the button and make sure you're on live chat. You should be able to get on the chat. People have had some issues if you're just showing up. But I'm going to go a little while longer before I get home and go to bed because I got a full day tomorrow. I don't know how many patients I got here at the office, but I got plenty. Any questions? Any questions about COVID? It's what I do every day. Like my video said, I got my vaccine, survived. Controversial subject. You do what you want to do, but I took it and I'm good. Backpacking YouTubers are my favorites. I like Syntax 77. Adventure Archives guys are good. And I like Joe Robinette. He's not necessarily backpacking, but he does. I've really gotten into hey, Outland. There's Outland. I was talking earlier about being on your channel coming up. We got to figure that out. This is going to be my setting, man. This is going to be me right here when we do our interview. So I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, YouTubers. David Gray is pretty cool. Kind of an older dude. He does awesome. I know you're not old, Dave. Okay. Can't think of any other ones. I mean, I like the bushcrafting guys a lot. Oh, cool. David is, I love the videos. I think that the videos are awesome. No third watch. I mean, I am missing a good boil watching session. In fact, next week, I'll be by myself a couple days, and there's going to be some water boiling at the house. Go over and subscribe to Outland Outdoors, and you'll show up on there. Just go subscribe to him. But I'll let you guys know. I'll check it out, Tony. I have not. How many stoves do I have? Oh, man. I have no idea. I really, really don't. A lot. Alcohol stoves, I probably have 20 or more. Gas stoves, the same. Wood stoves, the same. I mean, I probably have 7 or 8 solid fuel stoves. A lot. 60 or 70, I would imagine. It's just a collection at this point. I mean, it's just a collection. I've never done any bushcraft training with Dave Canary, but I'd like to. I think that would be pretty awesome. It's a good idea. I just have like in behind me, just have like just stoves going. I just can't have like wood stoves. I don't think my partners would like that. Yeah, Dan. COVID is such a crazy virus because most people do awesome, and then some people don't, and we don't know why. So there you go, Outland. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. Yeah, that's the theme, Joe. It's just like all over the place. I have more giveaways coming, Joanne. I have more, or Joan. I have more giveaways coming. I don't know how many subscribers I'm up to. I'll do something big, probably for 50,000. That's going to be a little while longer. But one of the things I'm thinking about doing, I'm not going to do it yet because I can't. But these monthly live streams, at the end of the live stream, in fact, you know what? I'll do it this time. I'll go through and pick a random commenter, and that random commenter is going to get both of my patches. The PaleoHikerMD patch, the original one, and then once my new patches come out, I'll send them both at the same time. So I won't send them yet, but I will send, hey, Grumpy, I will send both patches to one lucky winner. And once I start doing these monthly things, I will, and I get my wood laid back up. I think I'm going to start trying to make my custom ferro rods again and send out a ferro rod to somebody from each live chat. That is a imitation NASCAR helmet. I do not ride motorcycles. No offense. I've worked in an ER way too much to ride a motorcycle. Just not going to do it. Not going to do it. I trust myself. I don't trust other people. I get it. People love motorcycles. I get it. I would love to ride one. I just too safety conscious. I have kids. If I didn't have kids, I was like single. Maybe I'd consider it just for fun. No way. Yeah, some people say that I don't engage enough. I've tried to do more commenting. It's just hard. I put enough time and effort into it, but I'm hoping that that's exactly it, John, that maybe by doing these monthly chats, which I love to do, I'll interact more with you guys, and it will be a lot more fun. And all y'all are awesome. So, Ken, we're getting close to 35,000. Close. I'm not real sure. Rain gear, good stuff's expensive. I'll tell you, yes. And speaking of expensive, but I'll tell you guys, we went to South Carolina and I needed a raincoat. And I bought a Henley Hansen raincoat, a sailing raincoat, which was expensive, but awesome. Super light. I think I'm going to do a review on it because it's super light. Yes, Joan, motorcycle accidents are terrible. I wouldn't go with exploded, Outland. I would love exploded would be very different in my opinion, but it's definitely gotten better and it's been continuous, which is nice. So hey man, Louisiana roads will get you, Grumpy. They're rough. That's a whole nother issue. My dad used to ride a Harley. He wanted one forever. My mom finally bought him one. And he was in the middle of nowhere. And the dog ran out in front of him, got between the tires, flipped him over. He broke his arm, sold the bike. Full-blown Carhartt rain gear. Rain gear is hard because it gets so hot. So yeah. What about ATV? I don't have an ATV. We have a side-by-side, a Kubota RTV 900 at the house. I would ride an ATV. I don't have anything against it. I think you can be careful with it. I've seen a lot of accidents, but I think they're much more They're no different than, say, mountain biking. You know, I mean, you can hurt yourself mountain biking, but I just don't have one. But I could see myself riding ATVs, definitely. I'd love to. I mean, if I lived in the snow, I think I would snowmobile. I think that would be awesome. Yeah, Tony, I hear you. I tend to use a rain kilt and a cheap rain top. But honestly, I tend to try to avoid the rain if I can. But if I can't, you just get wet, you know. Grumpy. Bayou Kisatchie Trail. I don't know which one that is, man. I don't know which one that is. I find time as an MD to make videos because I like doing it, to be honest with you guys. I really do. It's a lot of fun to do it. And honestly, it's fun because of y'all. I mean, y'all make it fun, you know. Outdoor Vitals gear. Name's familiar, but I don't know that I have, to be honest with you. Thank you, J3. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I thought it was a good review. I really planned that stash review out quite a bit, and I thought it was pretty good. Okay, so it's close. It's close to the backbone then, Camp Terra, because, I mean, the backbone and Carolyn Dorman go real close. So Carolyn Dorman, for you guys, she was the first female park ranger in America, and she was from here in Louisiana. And in fact, the school sort of near where I live is called Carolyn Dorman. Yeah, the alcohol test I think is going to be pretty cool. I have a, you know, I don't want to beat a dead horse with the Jet Bull stash, but I think that I'm planning on doing a video with the alcohol stoves. I'm also planning on doing a video. People are saying that, you know, hey, you can just grab a Toke 750 and a BRS titanium stove and it's just as good. Well, I don't know. We'll find out. We're going to do kind of the BRS cheap stove with a cheaper titanium stove. And then we're going to do like a Pocket Rocket 2 and maybe the Evernew titanium. And then we'll look at the stash and we'll compare them and see if the stash really is worth $130, or you can spend maybe $100 for one, or maybe even $50 for one. Is it really worth it? I'm internal medicine, DHANS, internal medicine and sleep medicine, actually. I mean, I do about 50% sleep now, but I still do primary care. You know, some viruses just do not produce permanent antibodies. You know, I don't know. I'm not an infectious disease specialist. I know initially they thought that you would have well, no, I shouldn't say that. Initially, they hoped you would have lifelong immunity. There was never any reports saying that you would, but antibodies definitely do not last more than 6 or 8 months. Yes, Sal, my numbers don't lie. Although there is rampant speculation that I cook the books, you know, I create numbers. Never have. Is what it is. I have no stake in any of these companies, which is kind of fun. And the same thing with the JetBull. I mean, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. No, the JetBall stash is 0.8 liters. It's 0.8 liters. So it's 20 ounces, 22 ounces. I don't know, whatever. So it's plenty. You can safely boil 2 cups of water in there. Perform my first COVID test on a patient today. Welcome to the club. Nope, no magic pills. As a sleep doctor, I prescribe very little sleep medicine. Most people with sleep problems, they got something else causing their sleep issues. If you're a lifelong insomniac, go see a sleep doctor. Go do it. Which Soto, Bill? Which Soto are you talking about? That's cool, Tech Redneck. Yeah, Mimi, I prescribe a lot of that stuff. That's for sure. Plenty of stimulants. So, Bill, let me know. You said, what about the Soto? I've got several Soto stoves. And I'll tell y'all, I got the Soto thermostack cook kit. Very cool. Soto Windmaster is very cool. I picked one up. It's interesting. It's got that removable pot stand, and I actually got both the 3-prong and the 4-prong. I'm going to check that out on a video coming up. Like I told y'all earlier, if you weren't here, I have all kinds of stove videos coming up. Some awesome freaking stoves, man. Yeah, the Soto Windmaster looks pretty epic. I mean, it really does. I don't listen to music when backpacking, Mimi. I'll be honest with you. I don't listen to music. Windmaster. Yeah, Bill, I just picked it up. Pretty freaking cool stove. I really like the Soto Amicus as well. Did a video on that. It's like a mini Windmaster. And it's pretty awesome. What do I recommend for stove addictions? Don't watch my videos, that's for sure. I use the 240 Gomboy most of the time. I really think I might buy the smaller one though. We'll see. I have the Svea 123R, and I almost have it running right. I had to stop messing with it because my shop went down. Joe, it all depends on the type of the severity of your CPAP, of your sleep apnea. I can tell you that 95% of people with sleep apnea should be on a CPAP or a BiPAP. You just have to find the right pressure. Go to somebody. If you don't see a sleep specialist, somebody who's board certified in sleep, go find somebody. Find a sleep center that's accredited by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine and find a sleep doctor, and they'll sort you out. And if you are, then find another one. I'm not the stove master. I just play one on YouTube. Oh, Brian, I was saying I don't have an extended trip planned. Probably next winter, honestly. Like I've told everybody, I'll just recap real quick. But all my gear is in storage, and I really can't even put together. I mean, I had plans for a nice trip this winter, but I was planning on through hiking the entire Wild Azalea Trail. It's like 27 miles or something over 3 days, probably just take it easy. But it got demolished by Hurricane Laura, and then my shop flooded. But next year we'll be going on an extended trip up in Arkansas, probably. Yeah, the Lixada Trangia clone takes forever, but the Lixada Tox siphon clone is the bomb. Video on that too. Yeah, I'm gonna. There's so many Silky Gomboys. I want to get a big one just for the property, for our property, because we do a lot of trimming. I think it would be pretty awesome to do. The Lixada Trangia clone doesn't have any insulation on the inside, and that's why it takes so long to bloom. And it takes for freaking ever. I mean, it takes for freaking ever, over a minute in my experience. Yeah, the big boy is what I'm looking at, man. I think it would be really useful. Just like I said, we have 10 acres and a lot of trees. So send them my way, man. Why not? Send them my way. I miss my shop because that's where I do all my tinkering, and right now my stoves are like in a freaking huge Tupperware from Home Depot. But good stuff's coming. I just have to be patient. So yeah, what do y'all think about the Toyota Tacoma? That's what I think I'm going with this summer. My daughter has got her permit, and she's going to take my car. So I'm thinking Tacoma. Right now, I drive a Ford Fusion hybrid energy, which is a hybrid electric car. So it's got batteries, runs, it's awesome. I get like 60 miles to the gallon since I've owned it. But I want a truck. I think it'll be very useful. When we moved to our little out of the country a little bit, I was driving the Fusion. So I think getting a truck will be good. I think I'm going to get the Tacoma TRD 4x4. I think that's what I'm going to get. Third watch, it's coming, man. It's coming. The Paleo Maker is in plans. All the stuff that I do for the new shop, I'm planning on filming and putting on the Paleo Maker channel. So it's going to be pretty cool. I enjoy woodworking as well and wood turning. So I'm going to be doing more of that. I'm going to have a more proper setup to do it now. Yeah, Tennessee. I would love to have 100 acres. Would love it, but I don't. Yeah. I had an F-150 King Ranch 5 or 6 years ago, and it's too big. I just didn't want it. It's just too big for me, just for me. It's more truck than I need. I like the smaller truck. Oh man. So what do y'all think about some truck camping? Pro Cam Tech, I'm thinking about a fancy ferro rod. I'm actually thinking about doing some ferro rods, and I'm definitely going to be doing some ferro rods and giving them away here on live chats in the future. But I really want to get a little better at them. I'm working at it. I'm thinking about it. So we're going to do that for sure. But what do y'all think about truck camping? I won't do a lot of it, but either straight out of the back of the truck, or just tent, whatever, just something different. I think it'd be kind of fun. Yeah, Joan, any type of camping. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Yeah, the dust control is on the way. I think truck camping would be cool. Roof tent. Yeah, I got you. I figure what you're saying about the roof tents. I've looked at the tents that set up right in the back. I think that could be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm with you on the Solitude. Yeah, one of my best buddies owns a Ford and a Toyota, so I'm going to be getting a Ford or a Toyota, not a Chevy or a GMC, I have to say. That's just, I get good deals and I really like them. I had a lot of luck with them over time, so. No problem, Bill. We're going to be wrapping up sort of soon. What time is it? I don't know what time it is. 8:30. 8:30 here in old Louisiana. We're going to go. It's 8:23. We're going to go about 7 more minutes, but we're going to go till about 8:30. So the rooftop tent looks really cool. The problem is, telling you guys, it gets so freaking hot here in Louisiana that the amount of time that you want to be camping is small. I mean, it's like 4 months of the year. It's so freaking hot. To invest, I mean, if it was like chilly and snowy and beautiful, maybe, but I think just a cheaper truck bed tent that I can use when it's pretty, that's probably what I'll do. It's just too freaking hot, man. Look, I enjoy the outdoors, but no ferro rods, Joe. Ferro. No ferrule rods. Nothing feral given away here. Yeah, the Ford Ranger looks cool. Well, I should say the Ford Ranger is probably a better value than the Tacoma. I just don't like the way it looks. There's a new Ford Ranger. Raptor. The new Raptor looks pretty freaking cool. Yeah, Ohio's the opposite. Exactly. It's the opposite. But it's just the way it is here, you know. That's why I air condition my shop, because it's too damn hot. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking the Tacoma up to Arkansas and doing some camping there. Yeah, it's too hot, too many mosquitoes. It's no fun. I mean, it's just no fun when you get out there and it's so freaking hot. And that's why even in the summer, like heat of summer, there's about 3 months of the year here, I won't shoot a video outside. Y'all don't understand. You get out there at 6 in the morning and it's 92 degrees, right? It's just not worth it. I've had a lot of Fords, Bill. I've never had a lot of issues. Knock on wood. I really haven't. So I think you can get a crappy anything if you just happen to get one. Minus 22 wind chill. Let's see, Outland. What will be my my weather tomorrow? It's 40 right now. Sorry, yeah, it's 40, which is cold for Louisiana. 61, 70, 58. It's, you know, thankfully the winter's hanging on. We still got into the 40s the next 2 weeks. Thank goodness. The humidity is like, I don't think it's 100%. It's like 120, 140. Yeah, and the mosquitoes are brutal. It's not fun. People, I get all these comments in the summer like, why don't you get out of your shop, man? All you do is videos in your shop. You come on down. Come on down, and you go shoot a video in the middle of the woods. Go ahead. What kind of Ford do you have, Tennessee? You have a diesel or you got a regular gas? Yeah, the humidity is an absolute killer. Just a freaking killer. See you later, Ken. We'll definitely do it. First Tuesday of every month, we're going to do it. Yeah, you can get some. You take good care of cars. A lot of times you get lucky. You're good. Recommendation for a heavy cover canteen pouch. Hidden Woodsman makes a really good one. The side pouch. I have 2 of those. Then you can also get one made by Helicon Tex. Makes a really good one as well. You can check that out. That little Ranger Raptor is freaking cool, but I can't. It's like 60 grand for a little truck, man. It's like I was looking at the Jeep, you know, truck, and they're too damn expensive, man. I'm cheap, guys. I mean, I can't spend 60 grand on a car. It's just too much money. Oh, listen, you just, like in the summer, you just look outside and you get hot. You just look outside. Like the dogs don't want to go outside. They're like, dude, I'm staying inside. I don't want to go outside. Maxpedition makes good stuff. Yeah, and the Fat Boys are good for larger canteens. Helicon Tex makes 2 different ones. The Essential Kit Bag, and then there's another one, but the Maxpeditions are good as well. Yeah, I mean, the F-150 Raptor is so cool. 70 grand, man. I got to pay for college times 2. My wife and I are pretty practical people. Like, you know, we don't, the Ford Bronco looks cool, but it's expensive as well. And I mean, look, the Tacoma I'll get isn't going to be cheap, but I'll drive it for a good long time. Africa hot. I like that. Africa hot. Never been to Africa, but I bet you it's pretty hot. So yeah, I basically do the best I can. Like I want to enjoy myself. I can't get up early enough in the heat of the summer to go enjoy. So that's when I just boil water in the shop, and it is great. And right now I'm spending time outside. Pushing 50 with a 7-year-old. God bless you. It's crazy traveling salvation. It's crazy how expensive. As I was talking about earlier, things are expensive. I mean, it's crazy how much cars are. Just a car, just like a car is 40, 50 grand. Yeah, but the Indiana summers last shorter, Grumpy. They do. Shoot. You better believe 10K. 70K, it'll be worth 50 when you drive it off the lot. I was walking the dogs. We got a new puppy, and so we've been walking a lot more because she needs a lot of energy, needs to burn energy. I just walk them around the pond. It takes 15 minutes. And I was just walking today, and I was like, oh, man, in 3 months, this is going to be a miserable walk. You get on the other side of the pond, that's the mosquitoes hit. We get people to spray mosquitoes around the house, and it actually works pretty well. But once you're outside of that zone, they kill you. Yeah, it's crazy how expensive cars are. It really, really is. And the problem is you go and you buy a cheap car and you're getting like a micro machine. I feel like you'll die if somebody stares at you funny, So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I am amazed. Here in Louisiana, the number of, there's a freaking F-250 King Ranch on every corner. How do people afford these $75,000 trucks everywhere? Yeah, the ammo, shoot, man. A couple of years ago, you couldn't find ammo. It was crazy. Everybody's freaking out. It'll come back. I do have a lot of ammo, though. I ain't jumping in the pond, man. My pond, it's got some muck now, I tell you. Yeah, Tennessee, I've thought about buying some land. If the channel grows over the next 3 or 4 years, the channel might buy some land not far from here. Maybe try to buy 100, 200 acres for video purposes, of course. Man, this has been awesome, guys. We've been right at over 50 people almost the whole time. Really, really appreciate everybody stopping by. I'm going to get ready to roll here in a second, but I am going to, this has been awesome. I really need to, if next month, if I don't do it, y'all just get on the comment section and just ram me about not doing a live stream because it's been so much fun. And I will pick one of you guys or gals to get both patches. I think my new patches will be in week, 10 days or so. And then I got to work out the logistics and figure out how I can, get you. I got to figure. If any of y'all have an idea of how I can I don't want to set up anything fancy. I just need some way to sell the patches easily. Right now, I just get y'all to send me PayPal, which works. But now I'm going to have 2 different patches, so I'll have to. Anyway, I'll figure it out and put a video out and tell you guys how to buy a patch. I think the patch is going to be the same. $8 is $8 shipped, which is pretty good. They're nice patches. Well, at least the old ones were. I expect the new ones to be as well. So, Yeah, I'm going to get a new patch. I am thinking about doing some t-shirts, like I said, but look, merchandise is just, it's optional, it's optional. It's whether you want it or not. Yeah, I'm traveling. I always save the rude comments. There'll be another one. It'll be awesome. I thought about Etsy. I think I might do Etsy and down the road, put some ferro rods and stuff on there too, just for fun. Oh, Fireside, man, you're cut off, man. Binge watching another channel. I appreciate all the comments, guys. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. Make sure you check out Friday. Got a cool new video coming out. It's like I said, it's a silent video looking at the toques. I'm not looking at them. I'm not doing a review, but I'm just a silent video cooking up some breakfast in the woods. Toque siphon with the Toques titanium pot stand and the Lexada Toques clone. And I'll be using the Soto Windmaster as well. So, the Soto thermostat as well. So check that out. Appreciate everybody stopping by. I will post in the community tab in the next day or two who wins the patches, but you won't get them sent out till the new one comes in, which should be the next 7-10 days. And Outland, I will email you, and we will come up with a definite time for next week. All right, guys. Peace out.